All right. All right. Hi, everybody. So yeah, we're going to start in a couple of minutes. So the translation is going to be in English. I'm going to dive into technical details a little bit later. You can go and get some coffee or tea or water or whatever you guys want to drink during the AMA session. So we're going to wait a couple of minutes more, just, for the people to gather up. I see that we have more and more viewers, which is good. And for all those who want to listen to the session in Russian, please choose the respective translation at your Zoom panel. And of course, don't forget to go to the restroom, because we're going to take at least a couple of hours of your time. Never forget about that. All right, maybe not 2 hours, but an hour at least. My colleagues are telling me that it's not going to take 2 hours, but I was hoping it would, because, we have a very interesting, a very saturated topic today. And we already got the questions, which is cool. Okay, guys, we should start. So gather around, gather your colleagues and friends and whoever want to see the Game Drive AMA session, because, well, it's going to be an awesome hour. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the first Game Drive AMA session. This one is the first session in a series of our educational events open to all mobile game developers, irrespective of their team size and experience level and whatever. All of them would like to learn more about Game Drive Business Acceleration Campaign. My name is Anton Gorodetsky. I am the head of the Play One Media Project, and I will be your host today for this session, and hopefully for all the other sessions as well. Before we start, let's go through several technical details. So all our AMA sessions will be in English. So we would like to invite all developers to join our session, even if you don't know Russian. However, we still have some Russian-speaking viewers, so we also have a Russian translation. So feel free to choose the language stream by clicking on the bottom button of your Zoom interface panel. It's located below, so choose the respective translation and enjoy the session. And of course, we welcome today all our friends from DTF Twitch channel. Please also feel free to send us your questions right in the Twitch chat. We will definitely check and answer them as well. All right. Today, we have 3 speakers in our session. One of them is from MY.GAMES, the other one is from Google, and the third one is from Pixonic. So you guys may see them on your screens. So today we have Elena Grigoryan, Chief Marketing Officer of MY.GAMES. We also have Vasily Pamuhin, Industry Manager Gaming, Google, and Yelena Lantsova, Head of Product Monetization at Pixonic. All right. Hey, guys, you may say hi to the viewers, or at least wave to them.
Hello there. Hello.
Hi.
All right, guys, thank you. So during this welcome session, we are going to talk about supporting mobile game developers with everything they potentially need, starting from project expert review and feedback to investments. Our speaker session will take approximately 20 minutes, and then we'll have a 40-minute Q&A session. So again, please prepare your questions and don't hesitate to ask them by using the Q&A chat option at the bottom panel of the Zoom call interface. We will try to answer all the questions today. So again, don't hesitate, ask any questions. Do that if you're watching us in Zoom, do that in the Q&A session. If you guys are watching us through the DTF Twitch channel, ask your questions right in the Twitch chat. All right. Well, that's enough for the intro. Let's begin our first MAA session. And I would like to pass a microphone to our first speaker, Elena Grigoryan, Chief Marketing Officer at MY.GAMES. Elena, please.
Hello guys. Hello everyone. My name is Yelena, and I'm here today to talk about our Game Drive Acceleration Program. And today we will talk about what exactly we offer mobile game developers and how to participate in our initiative that we organized together with our partner Google. But I would like to start with the introduction of MY.GAMES. MY.GAMES is a global gaming brand. We are among top 50 gaming companies in the world. We develop and publish a game for different platforms for mobile, PC, and consoles for more than 15 years already. And definitely for all these years, we collect huge amount of expertise for different areas of game development and promotions. We have 13 internal studios who develop the games for different genres and have their deep understanding in each of them. The most successful franchises we have is Warface, War Robots, Hustle Castle, and recent launched Rush Royale. Besides games, we have our own PC online stores, MY.GAMES Store, and our own game cloud gaming service. And one more important thing, we have our own investment team, investment division, MY.GAMES Venture Capital, MGVC. It's a special investment fund, which is specialized in the gaming industry and provide game developers with the investments and expertise. Then I suppose to say some words about our partner, about Google, but nevertheless, I understand it's not necessary to provide you with the long introduction about them. You know a lot, but I would like to give you only the most important thing that I believe would be great to underline. Google definitely today is the leader in the segment of platform owners for mobile products and having the most popular gaming store in the world, Google Play. and tremendous experience and expertise in promotion and publishing the mobile games for own and the most popular mobile operation system in the world, Android. And today the expert from Google, Vasily Pamuhin, will be here with me and will help us to answer the question from you guys. Yeah, thank you very much. What is the Game Drive is about? Game Drive is our joint initiative, MY.GAMES and Google. I already indicated that. It's a business accelerator program for mobile game developers all around the EMEA region that help mobile game developers in development, publishing, promotion, and scaling their product. We launched the first season of this product at the end of previous year. And at the end of the program, we choose 8 mobile game studios in a short list and provide them with very detailed feedback and consultation from experts from Google and MY.GAMES, what exactly should be the successful path for this game and the growth points for all of them. And today I'm happy to invite everyone to join the second season of the Game Drive. What we do provide mobile game developers in this season? Definitely, as in the previous season, we are here to provide developers with the most perspective game, with the full set of the recommendations in different aspects of game development and marketing. It's individual project evaluation by MY.GAMES and Google expert, detailed feedback for their products and analysis of opportunities, marketing, publishing, scaling evaluation, business potential and recommendations, and individual consultation for each studio. But besides that, we have some unique features for this season, but I prefer to give you more details about that some slides later, so go on. Some summarizing what happened during the first season of the Game Drive. We received more than 40 applications from different mobile developers all around the EMEA region. At the end of the day, we selected 8 studios with the most promising products in our shortlist, and all of them was invited to the closed event, Game Drive Demo Day, where MY.GAMES expert and Google expert provided all studios, all products with a detailed feedback and consultation on different aspects. And after that, we conducted one-to-one sessions with each studio, trying to explain the rationale behind all our recommendations and discuss with the studio exact points. Here are some examples of the feedback from the studios we received from the first season, and we're very grateful the studios for their feedback. I know that some of them are here together with us at this AMA session. So guys, thank you very much that you took part into our first season. And I really hope that we are able to help you with your game and show you the growth path for your product. The next slide is, I believe, very important. It's about what exactly new we could provide game developers for this season, Game Drive 2.0. If your studio is not from EMEA region, still, please feel free to apply your product for the program, since we consider every participation in the individual mode, and we will try to help you nevertheless. The second point is that during this season, MY.GAMES, Venture Capital, and GVC is ready to provide and allocate the special investment fund up to $30 million for the most successful and the most promising products. So if you are the developer who is looking for the investment for your game, so feel free to apply your game and to be a part of this investment fund. AMA session. Very important point as well. This time we decided to conduct this series of educational AMA session dedicated to various aspects of the game development and promotions, from using the assets and monetization to the scaling your product onto the international markets, working with the UA, publishing, benchmarking, and many others. And the speakers for our AMA session will be the expert from the most successful mobile game developer studios we have inside of MY.GAMES and GVC colleagues and Google colleagues. So to be short, we have a lot to share with you. We have a lot to tell you. So we'll be happy if you could join us and talk with us, because we suppose that it's going to be the dialogue between the expert and the developers. So feel free to ask any questions, and we will try to answer all of them. The schedule of the AMA session is published on our website, on the Game Drive website. So register there. And in case you already registered for this AMA session, we definitely send you the invitation for the next one. And even if you're not planning to apply your project for the Game Drive itself, nevertheless, you are able to join our AMA session and to ask your questions. So guys, join us, please. The next one is the AppsFlyer. Hooray, hooray. This season, we are pleased to welcome our new invited partner for the project. It's AppsFlyer. I believe that you know that AppsFlyer is the industry leader at marketing analytics and helping developers to see the holistic path for each user across all channels, platforms, and devices. And as a part of the participation in the product, colleagues from the AppsFlyer will also give the holistic recommendations for all of our shortlisted studios and provide the bonus for AppsFlyer platform access with all necessary functionality for 3 months. And at the end, they will give us the detailed benchmarks competition for any products that we will have in our shortlist. It's a great proposal, I believe, so it's very useful, and welcome our new partner in the Game Drive. And the last one, but I believe one of the most important things that we are able to do during the second season is this time the Google team will also provide the shortlisted finalists with free ads testing coupon that will help you to start your marketing campaign with Google Ads. And I will be more than happy that Vasily will add some additional information about this point.
Thank you, Lena. Hello, everyone, once again. Well, overall, the idea is that this time at the second episode of the Game Drive, we decided to support the shortlisted finalists, not only with our expertise, with the benchmarks that Lena has already mentioned, which I think present unparalleled data, which would be of high importance to each and every game developer, but also with basically with financial support, which is Google Ad credits. Although the actual amount of coupons that the shortlisted finalists is yet to be defined, we're talking about the substantial sum of money that each shortlisted finalist will receive in order to basically test their hypothesis for the user acquisition on Google Ads and to start scaling their titles either on a certain geography or actually globally, which can also be done. So that is about it on my part, and over to you, Lena.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. The next slide, would you please, guys? Some words about the schedule of the program. In this slide, you could see the key stages of our program, and you could see the dates of the sessions and the key topics of the summer sessions. So please register for them. An important date at this slide is October 18th. The last day to submit your applications. So please remember this date and take care to be in time. The next important date is November 18th. It's a Game Drive demo day. Again, this day will be a very important day for all of us, the day when MY.GAMES and Google experts will give the detailed recommendations and consultations for all of our finalists. And what is very important for this time, we decided to make this day open for everyone. So even if your product wasn't chosen for the shortlist, you will be able to attend this demo day and to talk with the experts and to understand the rationale behind all our recommendations. And I'm sure it will be very useful for everyone. So it's very important day for all of us, even if you're not planning to, you can't be shortlisted. And then in November and December, we will have one-to-one meetings with our finalists to talk in more details about the exact steps they should do to guarantee the success or to be closer to the success. And the next slide is how to submit your game. It's very important as well. And Vasily, please help me to talk
this
about
one is on my end. Yeah, thanks, Lena.
Mhm.
Yes. So overall, basically, how can you participate here? It's actually quite simple. If you see the big QR code on the right, just in front of you, just click on it, photo it, and you will be able to go to the actually the application page on the Game Drive. And the key requirements for the application to be successful and to be considered is that they must be already available on Google Play, either as a minimum viable product or as early access, so that we are able to gather the basic metrics and to understand what is the gameplay, basically to play your game, to test it, to check it, and to be able to compare it with your key competitors, and therefore afterwards to present you with the benchmarks if you are shortlisted for the demo day session. So that is probably the key requirement that we ask as of now. So again, the QR code, scan it, and you're there. As for the studios and each and every person that feels that they're not yet ready to take part in the demo day and to pitch their game to our jury, which consists from MY.GAMES venture capital executive producers and from the Googlers jury, you're always more than welcome to get to each of our educational sessions. There are plenty of those. We handpicked all our Googler experts on each and every field that might be relevant for the ambitious gaming studio. And we're definitely ready to share that experience with you so that you can ask questions. And this is actually a quite unique opportunity. So I strongly advise you to actually visit our educational Ask Me Anything sessions. And basically, yeah, and the demo day, as Lena has already said, it's definitely open to each and everyone. So we're trying to gather lots of attention so that not only the ones who are shortlisted, but everyone can see how the shortlisted finalists will pitch their titles, what questions they will be asked, in what way they might be challenged by the jury members, and what would be the express feedback that we're going to provide. So, yep, with that in mind, I hand over to Lena or Anton, I think.
All right, thank you guys so much. This has been extensive, but anyway, if you, and I mean the viewers, if you have questions, again, please feel free to ask them in the Q&A section of your Zoom panel, or if you're watching us on Twitch, right in the Twitch chat. So yeah, now we're passing on the mic to the next speaker, Elena Lantsova. Please welcome, Head of Product Monetization at Pixonic. All right, Elena.
Thank you, Anton. My name is Elena, and I'm the head of product monetization at Pixonic. Pixonic is a part of MY.GAMES family, and our flagman product is Varobots, which was released 7 years ago. It is still growing year after year, and we have over 200 million users. Varobots earned $500 million revenue by 2020, and a half of it was earned during the last 3 years. We have great expertise inside our team, and we're proud of it, but in spite of it, we get benefits from collaboration with Google and my team. How does it help us to grow? Let's start from partnership with Google. Google helps us with product beta testing. If they launch something new, we have the opportunity to take part in beta test. It can be new type of campaigns, optimization, and so on. Also, Google has wide experience in the whole market. And even if you have a big and experienced publisher with a huge portfolio, it isn't whole market. And Google can help you with campaign in this case as well. Let's move to being part of MY.GAMES family. There are a lot of expertise in MY.GAMES. At first, advertising monetization. MY.GAMES has huge expertise in ad monetization, and we have access to this expertise. How does it work? For example, one of MY.GAMES studios had implemented new placement, and it was a great result. MY.GAMES team checks ad monetization metrics and shares with other developers. And we can analyze these reports, ask more information if it's necessary, and decide if we want to use it in our product or not. The second, it's product monetization. We have unique access to expertise, a working group on monetization, where we share cases and the result of A/B tests. But developers always discuss it at conferences. What is the difference and why is it so unique? At the conferences, people usually share general data, and you don't see the whole picture. How exactly did they launch the A/B test? How did it affect other metrics for long-term distance? Or was it A/B tests? In MY.GAMES, we share full information about A/B testing metrics, and it helps us analyze if we should integrate it in our products. Also, we can check if this feature increased metrics only for one product, or it worked great in different games. If it boosted metrics for several projects, it's top priority for us because we have more chances to boost our metrics as well if we'll add it to our games. And the third, it's marketing. For us, it's opportunity to learn about the best practices and minimize spending on obviously unsuccessful experiments. On the next slide, I would like to share with you an expertise sharing case. We received information from MY.GAMES team that offer wall optimization can be our point of growth. After that, we made review and some changing in offer wall. First, we made a more noticeable button of offer wall. Second, we dramatically changed rewards in the offer wall. And finally, we started to take part in the offer wall promotion. It gave us a 20% uplift to advertising revenue. It's not only offer wall revenue, it's advertising revenue in general. So even if you are an inexperienced developer, sometimes it can be really useful to share your experience with other developers. That's it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me about it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Elena. This has been great. So we already have several questions, which is good. But again, if you guys feel that you don't understand something and you have missed some details, please feel free to answer the questions, both in the Q&A section of Zoom and in the Twitch chat if you're watching us on DTF Twitch. All right, so here goes the first one. Yeah. Is there any sense to take part in Game Drive 2.0 or what we call it Season 2, if we have already taken part in Game Drive and have gotten feedback? So Artem, please.
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is Artem and I'm executive producer at MGVC and one of the jury members at Season 2. And the answer is yes. It's always an opportunity to take part in this event, even if you were a finalist in the Season 1, and especially if you have some huge updates in the game. So please apply and enjoy, of course, your participants. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Artem. Here goes the next one. What criteria should my project meet? Lena, could you please help us out with this one?
In reality, the only criteria is the fact that your product should be submitted and available on the Google Play, and the product should be available in early access, MVP, or soft launch. It's not a big deal, but we need the product to evaluate it. And That's all. And definitely the territory located for your studio should be the EMEA region, but nevertheless, I already indicated that even in case you are not from EMEA, please feel free to apply and we will try to find the solution for you as well.
All right, thanks. Here goes the next one. So what format will Demo Day use? Will it be online or offline? So I guess it goes back to Lena.
Yeah, I will try. Since the main part of our participants are from EMEA, not from definitely from Russia or from any one region, and taking into account the global situation with the pandemic now, we are not planning to make any offline events in this time. So it's going to be online. So everyone will have opportunity to join us without any limitations.
Okay. I believe this next one goes to Vasily from Google. How will the project be evaluated?
Well, I think that this is definitely a question not only to our team from the Googler side, but to the MY.GAMES venture capital as well. What I can mention from our end is that we do have a team of, like, as we call it, one Google gaming team, which is represented by Play people, by Ads team, by AdMob team, and this whole jury will actually play your game. That's point one. And we will also basically compare it. The key criteria for us would be, on the one hand, whether the game is actually somewhat new in terms of the creativity part for the Play Store. On the other end, we definitely are looking for the marketing scalability of the game, which is of vital importance, because that means that we are able to actually grow it, and so that the game is being played worldwide. So basically, to sum up, I would say the level of uniqueness, which I would say it is a criteria, of course, but again, like, if you have something which might look like some other title, and this is definitely absolutely fine and worthwhile to consider. And the other part would be the marketing scalability of the title. I think probably Artyom could add something more on the MY.GAMES part as well.
Yeah, thanks, Vasily, very much. From side of MGVC and MY.GAMES, so yes, we evaluate the all the metrics of your game that you provide us, and here at MGVC we have a team of game designers, a team of marketing managers who will also evaluate the market value of your metrics and of the app itself. And yes, that's it, I think.
Okay, thank you, guys. Here goes the next one. How many projects will be selected for Demo Day?
Yeah, I will try to answer. We are planning to have up to 10 projects in our shortlist. It depends on the number of projects we are able to talk and describe and to talk during the Demo Day. I already indicated, but for the first season, we had only 8. But nevertheless, this time we believe that up to 10 will be good enough to dive into details for all of them and to have detailed explanation for every studio from this short list. So up to 10 is my answer.
All right, up to 10 is a great number. You guys stand some chance. All right. How will I know, sorry, if my project is selected for Demo Day?
Again, I will try to take this answer. We definitely contact you, so we have no any doubts that you will know about that. But it's very important to put all your contact details into the submission form. So please put in your telephone numbers as well, because we will try to call you or to send you the message, any messages that we can. But the main point is to find you and to give you this information. So we'll contact you definitely as soon as we understand that you are in the shortlist.
All right. Thank you, Lena. Um, there's another one. But before I ask the question again, guys, feel free to ask any questions about Game Drive. Really, we will try to answer all of them. We have lots of specialists both from MY.GAMES and Google and Pixonic. So really, grab the chance, guys. All right. This time you're promising $30 million investment pool for participants. Could you please share more details? Who will get the money and how will you share it? I guess this one goes to Artem.
Yeah, thank you very much. And wow, it sounds really good. And I think that it's a good option for all the participants. And so how it will be shared? As discussed earlier, we will evaluate your metrics. We will evaluate your opportunities on the market of your game with the expert teams of MTVC and Google. And according to our analysis, plus your pitch on our event, and in the sum of all of these points, we will elaborate on what are the most promising ideas and games here at our event, and of course, make an investment in these games. So yeah.
Okay, sounds promising. Thank you, Artem. We have a next one. And I guess this goes again to Lena. So yeah, once again, what is Demo Day and how it will be held and when it will be held?
Again, about our schedule, the Demo Day is supposed to be and planned to be at the November 8th. It's an important date for all of us because I believe that Demo Day is one of the most important point of the game drive itself, because this event this time will be open for everyone, not only for the shortlisted studios. And we will describe our review in different aspects for our shortlisted games, from different aspects and different experts from the Google and MY.GAMES in terms of the monetization, in terms of the retention of the game, in terms of the different metrics, marketing opportunities, and scaling of the projects, and many, many other aspects. So it will be very interesting to know not only about your game, this information, but about other participants as well. So I believe that this information will be very useful for all of us and for all our participants. So I think that this date would be very important for all of us. So put it in your diary and take part into this event.
Just to add on Lena's point here, I think that what is also important to note here is that for those of you who might be thinking that it could be worthwhile basically to just visit the Demo Day as an observer, but not to apply, I would, if I was in your shoes, I would definitely still apply for one particular reason. At the Demo Day, we do express checkup of the title, and we do so basically we spend not more than 15 minutes per title, so that we discuss, we get the gameplay, we ask questions, we challenge the studio, but afterwards, the specific extra part that each of the shortlisted studio gets is a really detailed one-on-one conversation, both with MY.GAMES Venture Capital, who provide super detailed information on improving your title, as well as our experts from Google. And this data is actually quite sensitive. That is why we actually don't discuss it at the Demo Day. So we won't talk really any numbers on the Demo Day specifically. We will talk numbers afterwards at each of the one-on-one confidential sessions with each of the shortlisted studios. So this part, I think, is of highest value to each of the shortlisted studios. And I think that some of the studios that are actually present here and who provided their recommendations, they can definitely guarantee that this is of big value to any shortlisted studio. So I highly recommend you apply and get shortlisted. Thanks.
All right, thanks, guys. We have some more questions, which is awesome. Here goes the next one. Are there any specific requirements or recommendations for developers in terms of the game's genre. This one is my personal best so far. All right. Who's gonna answer that?
Well, I
Vasily?
can try. I can try just
Please do.
basically to give you my subjective view here. I think it could be virtually anything, really, as long as it is as it looks promising business-wise, and we can see like the potential in the title itself. I think it could be really anything. So recently, we see each upcoming week we see new subgenres emerging, and this looks really great. And therefore, we do encourage you to apply with any type of genre or subgenre, or maybe kind of new genre that you just really just developed. It would be really nice to check it. So we yeah. I don't know. Maybe again, My.GAMES has anything to add here, but that's on my part.
Yeah, I think you covered absolutely everything, Vasily. Thank you very much. So yes, any kind of game of any genre can apply and take part in our events. So yes, please apply and enjoy.
All right, guys, thanks. So does this mean that hyper casual developers can also take part in Game Drive?
Yes, you are absolutely right, Anton. So any kind of genre, yes, can apply. Yes, it will be a real opportunity for everyone. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thanks. So again, guys, please ask all the questions you feel like in the Zoom Q&A or Twitch chat or whatever. You can even, I don't know, you can drop me a message somewhere else, and we still answer that questions today. We have a couple of more, and they are quite technical, so please pay attention. The next one is, all right, when submitting an application, participants send all the necessary information on their projects, including a detailed description of the project. But the project published on Google Play may be far from the finished state. Will game mechanics and technical solutions that are present in the description and will be added in the future, but they are not in the project at the time of consideration, be taken into account? I hope that's a clear one. But you may see that as well. So yeah.
I can answer this, I think.
Nice.
Yeah. So
please do that.
Yeah, you know, of course, we evaluate your roadmap. So please, if you have any features, mechanics, and so on, please add them to your roadmap. When do you want to implement them? How? What features? What mechanics? And so on. Yeah. And of course, we will evaluate, and you will receive our opinion and feedback on this. And I think the points of how to improve all of this also you will receive. It's very important, I think, for the app developers. So yes, we will evaluate everything and add this to your deck, and it will be very useful for us and for you also.
Okay, Vasily, have you anything to add here? Maybe.
Looks solid to me.
All right. So yeah, we have more questions, and I gotta thank the viewers for not being afraid and shy to do that. That's cool. So we have one more speaker here, Nikita Matsokin from MGVC. So Nikita, this one goes to you. Under what conditions will the projects be invested in? Will it be a venture investment in a company as a strategic partner, or will there be any additional investment requirements for mandatory future consolidation? That's a tough one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Hey everyone, my name is Nikita Matsokin. I'm executive producer here at MGVC. So yeah, as Artem has mentioned previously, most importantly in terms of evaluating new investment opportunities, we'll be looking into the team, its vision, and of course the product, its potential from the market perspective, as well as the current state of products development, including like stage, like MVP, and all the metrics available. And yeah, from the standpoint of possible deals that could be brought to the table from the side of MGVC, the usual way how we work includes not only financial investment, but more of a strategic partnership, which includes financing the product up to global release, as well as expertise in marketing, game design, and free-to-play monetization system brought from the side of MY.GAMES, and also marketing funding on top of all that I've mentioned just now, to actually help independent development studios boost their games on the market. And then as a part of the deal in general, and usually we are also adding a way for potential consolidation of the studio on a mutually agreed terms that are clear for all the parties from day one.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, Nikita. I see that you're at MY.GAMES office, which makes me miss the office. Anyway, we have more questions, which is cool. What about the monetization plan or strategy of the project? Should I already have it before sending the project, like in solid, or will this have no or low influence on the results? Artem, you can answer that, I believe.
Yes, I think I can answer this. Yes, and you know, here at MGVC and at MY.GAMES, we have a huge experience on this side, on this topic particular. Yeah, and of course, if you have any ideas how it will be look like in your game, of course, please apply this in your roadmap into your deck, and of course, we will share our opinion and feedback on this, and how it should work in your app, and how it should work on the market in general, particularly in the genre you're working in. So if you have, if it has been already implemented to your game, so yes, of course, it's also very important, and we will also give you our opinion and feedback on this topic.
All right, Vasily.
If I may add here a few probably thoughts actually from the Game Drive first episode, I think which comes to my mind as just a small tiny recommendation on my end. Basically, I think that each studio should really take into account that you should really build the product already taking into account the plan and monetization strategy in mind, so that really don't think that you are like building the product and then afterwards, so that the game becomes like really engaging, and then afterwards you will somehow fit in the monetization part into the product. So that would make it quite difficult afterwards to fly. So really take into account the monetization from the very beginning and embed it there. If you don't have it as of now, but you have it in your mind or in paper or both, that works well. But do have it in mind prior to starting your project, not after you actually established a certain game and then you think of how am I gonna monetize it. That can be kind of a difficult thing to do afterwards.
That is true. That is true. Thank you, Vasily. You have mentioned demo day and one-on-one meetings with the teams. What is the difference? Vasily, Artem, anyone really? You guys can.
Well,
do that.
I can actually start. The idea is that at the so the demo day itself is actually some. I would just call it kind of an express checkup, 360 degrees checkup of your title. So we have already both Googlers and MY.GAMES have already played your game. So they have already a clear picture in mind what the game represents, what might be the good points in the game, what might be the drawbacks in the areas for improvement. We will ask our questions. We will ask probably try to challenge you in some way and ask what might be the difficulties that you face either in the product or in scaling the game or anything else that comes up in our mind. So we will be able to have some kind of an additional view from the studio as to in what way you're planning to develop your product further down the road. That is really like a quick and dirty analysis. Afterwards, we have the one-to-one sessions, which are like, if I recall correctly, it took like at least like 1 hour to conclude each session. So on our end, we had people from Google team with the specific benchmarks from the Google Play side on retention, on monetization, so that you can really compare your game with the competition. So like really to understand what should be the metrics, which are like kind of moderate, and what are the metrics that are really good that you should strive to achieve. And this is exactly the benchmarks that we are going to provide you, and we can discuss in depth on what you can actually do to achieve those. But that comes more primarily from the My.GAMES venture capital producers, because these are the guys who really know their business inside out, who know really the details, and who have provided like really nitty-gritty improvement details and the recommendations on your game. So even though, for instance, if you don't want to get the financing or like you don't agree onto something further down the road, you really get a lot of detailed recommendations that you either agree to follow or not. But that's up to you to consider. That's on my end. Maybe Artem, you have something to add.
Yes, I can add that this season we have a guest star, AppsFlyer, and they are really happy to add here on our one-on-one meetings, and all the finalists will receive a deep and huge review of the benchmarks from AppsFlyer team about different media sources and their performance on the market, comparing to your app in your genre, specific genre. So it's also a huge opportunity for the app developers.
All right. Thank you, Artem. So do we need to elaborate on the AppsFlyer collaboration? Is there anything else to add? Or
yes, I think that it's also a point that each of the finalists will get a 3 months of free access to AppsFlyer, where you can run your ad campaigns, and then if you have some ad campaigns here, this period of 3 months, you can get a detailed overview with the benchmarks from AppsFlyer and enjoy your also some opinions and opportunities review from AppsFlyer team. So it's also a good opportunity, I think, for the app developers in this season.
All right, thank you, Artem. This has been extensive. So yeah, it seems like we have a hand. So yeah, you can ask your questions. Ask your question not only in text but also vocally. So please do that. Can we give a word to Clara? I can at least see the hand raised. So. No. Okay. Yeah, it's a click by mistake. I've done that. That's okay. I've done it all the time. All right. It seems like we don't have any more questions, but we have 6 minutes or 5 minutes left. So let me just remind you guys that the demo day is going to take place on November 18th. And the timing will be sent in an invitation. And demo day will be hosted in English. So yeah, and please remember that we are currently accepting applications from studios residing in Russia and CIS, in Western Europe, in Turkey, Israel, Middle East, and Africa. So even if you are not in the EMEA region, please do send your games, send your projects. We will evaluate that as well. And of course, we consider applications made only in English. All right. It seems that we're done here for today. I don't see any more. I don't see any more questions. Okay, yeah, we're finishing. So guys, please do remember that this is not the only AMA session. We will have others. You may find the schedule on the website. You see the link and the QR on your screens. So we'll be more, and we'll see you there. The link is present on the screen. Yeah, and please find schedule there. Put it in your calendars. We will help you. We will have more AMA sessions. And thank you again for joining us today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to us. And of course, thank you to all the speakers who have found time to join us today. Please do follow the link or the QR code on your screen. And of course, all of you guys who have subscribed to this event, you will get invitations to the following ones, so you will not miss this. But again, just in case, check the schedule on the website. Yeah, see you guys and have a beautiful time of the day. Cheers.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Thank you very much, guys. Have a great evening.